It is finally here, the next patch for Phasmophobia. This patch is dedicated for a complete VR overhaul, but there's other things we're gonna check out as well. The next patch they're gonna have is the custom difficulty update, and they say in these patch notes that this update is coming soon as well. But let's not waste any more time, let's hop right into the change notes. First of all, we have OpenXR. An entirely new VR system has been incorporated into Phasmophobia. This means better VR performance, smoother interactions and input, as well as fixing all bugs and issues caused by the old VR implementation. All major headsets are now officially supported, and in the future, as more are released, they should work by default. That is pretty cool. VR players will now see a small cursor when attempting to grab objects. That's pretty nice. There are two options for grabbing objects. Toggle, press the button to grab, press it again to release. Hold, requiring you to keep the button pressed down to keep hold of things. Equipment belt and head camera slots in the truck will now highlight when attempting to slot something into them. VR seated mode and left-handed mode have been added to the options. Height calibration has been added to the options, allowing you to align your player character model with your real-life body. New hand poses and animations have been added for better visual feedback, such as using a light switch and opening doors. You can now swap objects between your hands by grabbing. You can now simulate crouching in VR by pressing the right thumbstick trackpad. You can snap turn 180 degrees by pressing down if snap turning is enabled. The walkie-talkie and journal are now placed on the belt to make them easier to grab and use. Improved VR throwing physics, so you can now accurately throw objects. Smooth camera mode has been improved for better recording and streaming of VR gameplay. Improved character walking animations for VR players in multiplayer. New model and textures for the VR belt. All OpenXR runtimes are now supported, for example Oculus, Mixed Reality Portal, etc. So they seem to have changed a lot. Unfortunately, I've never played VR myself, but for this update I actually bought the VR headset, so hopefully we can check this out today on my stream on Twitch. Now let's have a look to the non-VR stuff. Hiding spots. We've been keeping a watchful eye through our employee hidden cameras and have found that a lot of ghost hunters love hiding behind doors. Hell, even we've done it. I know, CJ. However, this has caused several major issues. Same spots are so good, you can't be killed at all, right? This is one of my safe spots videos. I'm gonna link in the description or up here somewhere, right? It negates the hiding spot blockers in higher difficulties. I know, right? That's good. It neglects the initial scout of the location to find places to hide, as you can just go to the same door every time. Absolutely. While we don't want to make hiding impossible, as it's a key part of gameplay, we have made some changes to help encourage hiding in designated spots instead of behind doors. Improved some spots that weren't working consistently and added new ones. Okay. If a spot is blocked, sometimes instead of adding objects, some spots will have items removed instead. Okay. For example, a shelf you can hide behind no longer being there. Okay. So they removed stuff. Really cool. The number of blocked hiding spots in all locations has been adjusted, and you will now always have a minimum number of hiding spots per difficulty. That is nice. Amateur all hiding spots, intermediate 3+ hiding spots, professional 2+ hiding spots, on nightmare you have 1 or more hiding spots. That is cool. At least you have 1 hiding spot on nightmare, right? I think that is probably solving that problem. Door flaps have been, but I'm still curious. I'm still curious how it will turn out to hide behind doors still. I think it's probably still possible, but we're gonna check it out, right? Door flaps have been added to the small tents within Maple Lodge campsite. They will now work as normal hiding spots, similarly to closets in other locations. Oh, cool. Actually, I want to see that. Several doors, objects and walls have been added or moved to remove several unintended safe spots. Okay, so the safe spots are gone. Willow Street House has received significant changes to make hiding spots much more consistent. That is cool. Because Willow has like, if you take out the door in Willow, there's like not a lot of hiding spots left. Alright, let's see what it's new, guys. The screen in the truck has been updated. Nice. The sound sensor has received new visuals and functionality. Sound sensors now cover a spherical area of sound instead of a cube, of a thin cube, and its size has been increased. That's cool. Sound sensors are now placed in the same way as candles and cameras on tables, floors, and other objects. Sounds are now displayed more accurately when shown on the monitor in the van. I think that was one of the biggest issues that we had so far, right? So that is actually really cool, because that makes them way more usable. So you can now choose different options of how your voice is transmitted locally. Voice activation, push to talk, on-off toggle, global walkie-talkie transmission will always be push to talk. That's actually cool. That is actually really nice. Voice activation, so you can actually, it detects your voice then, or what is that? Okay, we will see what that is, right? But that is actually cool. Obake can leave unique evidence on light switches, keyboards, and prison cell doors. Nice. So the Obake is more easier to detect now. A double fingerprint on light switches. Wait. It can... Okay, Obake can... Instead of the 6 fingerprints, it can leave a double fingerprint. Light switches, that's nice. 5 fingerprints on prison doors. And keyboards. That's... How does that look like? I mean... There's almost no space there. I want to see that. That is cool. We actually need to find an Obake in prison then. Jesus. You can now cross off ghost types in the journal. Hallelujah! Thank you. So we can do no evidence with it. That's nice. Dead players can now sprint infinitely. Nice. So it's not that boring for you anymore when you're dead. New fingerprints have been added for light switches, keyboards, and prison cell doors. Cool. The amount of possible first and last names for ghosts have been greatly increased. By the way, my first name, Tim, is now also in there. Thank you, CJ. Also, ghosts can now knock on the I almost read potato. Ghosts can now knock on the patio doors in Ridgeview and Tanglewood and leave fingerprints. Nice. I like that. New sounds have been added. Cool. Added a light switch and ceiling light on the Edgefield basement. Oh, thank you so much. I always ask myself, why is there no light in the basement? Added several colliders to trees in Maple Lodge campsite. That is actually cool. I think the main problem of that was that the ghosts were able to speed up, even though they were trees, right? So the ghosts didn't have direct line of sight, but they still sped up. So I think that is hopefully fixing that problem. That was mostly the problem when you went from the cabin to the center area of the campsite. If you had like a cabin ghost, it was speeding up like crazy. You couldn't get away anymore. So the soft shadow setting will now affect all lights instead of only equipment lights. Cool. The previous game's photos in the lobby are now easier to see. Nice. Even though I never watched them. Added sounds to lockers. Cool. Added a light switch to the cleaning closet in Maple campsite. Nice. Added eyelashes to the player models. Very important. Updated engine for better performance, increased stability, and VR compatibility. Nice. Alright, we have some changes as well. Volumetric Lightning has been temporarily removed and will return with the foggy weather in a later update. No! I actually liked it, kinda. Why is it... No, it's gone. Oh well. RIP. Fingerprints will now be placed on the light switches instead of next to it. Cool. That is actually makes more sense, right? Makes it more realistic. Several light switches have been moved to more intuitive positions, okay? Several assets have been moved, such as garden fences, to better align with the environment, okay? Several floors have had their materials changed, okay? The parabolic microphone will now update faster. Every 1 second, previously 2 seconds, thank you! I can't believe that they actually buffed the paramic. Audio effects have been adjusted to improve distinction of sounds between different floors. Cool. I think that was a... Was that also a problem on the cabin on Maple Campsite, I think? Lighting has been adjusted in Ridgeview, Edgefield and Tanglewood to improve performance. Thunder sound effects have been improved to be more dynamic during heavy rain. Cool. Improved effects for skin tap. Improved effects for sync taps. Can't read. Replaced sync tap audio. Nice. Scrolling with the scroll wheel in the journal has been improved. Nice. Some spotlights have been adjusted so they also illuminate the ceiling. In Willow, for example, in the kitchen, Tanglewood in the garage. Cool. So they make it... everything will be brighter, guys. Which is actually good, because the lighting, I don't know. The map lighting looked kind of shitty. But in the games, everything is dark, right? Who would live in these houses with such dark lights? I don't know. The computer in Tanglewood is now turned on with the keyboard instead of the screen. Okay. Important. Placement holograms will no longer cast or receive shadows. Nice. Replaced EU plug sockets with US ones. Okay, whatever that means. Locker doors now have slots you can see through. Really? Nice. That is actually a cool change. Prison doors are now much easier to slide. That's also good, because they were kind of clunky. The sanity pills price has been reduced to $20. Yeah, thank you. Saves me more money. To accommodate the bug fix below. Players talking, including using the walkie-talkie, no longer give readings on the parabolic microphone and sound sensor. That is actually cool for multiplayer. Fixes. Fix the bug where some of the ghosts didn't play ghost sounds. Fix the bug where you could sometimes grab a tent door that was not visible. For example, behind you. Okay. Fix the bug where some lights in the farmhouses wouldn't stop your sanity draining. Thank you so much for that. That is cool. Because that was a real issue on the farmhouses, right? Like a lot of the lights in there were actually not preventing your sanity drain, which is kind of weird because it's actually a game mechanic. Fix the bug where the Onryo wouldn't interact correctly if you didn't get the summoning circle cursed possession. Really? Okay. Fix the bug where the ghost event objective would complete when there was no ghost event. Nice. Fix the bug. We fixed the safe spot in Ridgeview Garage. I think, was there a Ridgeview Garage safe spot? Can't remember. I haven't found that one. Fix the bug where sprint stamina wasn't regenerating if you had your journal open. Okay. Fix the bug where the journal brightness setting was higher than the main menu setting. Okay. Fix the bug where after a hunt, the ghost's audio would fade out and back in briefly. Okay. Fix the bug where sanity pills were not being removed from your inventory if used or if you died. Okay. Fix the bug where the mist... Wait, fix the bug where the mist ghost event wasn't working correctly. I haven't noticed that. But I mean, sometimes it goes like very weird places, right? Maybe they fixed that. So it didn't... Usually the ghost events are designed to come for you, drop your sanity. But sometimes the mist ghost event was like going somewhere else, right? Not even coming to the player. Fix the bug where the ghost would not walk towards you during some ghost events. I think that is probably the same bug, right? So that they get confused or something. Yeah, that is actually pretty cool. I'm excited to check this out. Hopefully, guys, you join me today on Twitch as well. We're gonna check this out and have a good go at it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and tell me your thoughts about this this update in the comments. I would love to know. And yeah, have a good one. Bye bye. Oh, all these patrons, thank you so much, guys, for your support. Mwah. Big schmouts.